Greetings, Iain from RTO here. Welcome to another classic album review. And today we're going to look at one of the most important and influential female recording artists of the late 20th century. It is Joni Mitchell. Now, I've got a bit of confession about Joni Mitchell. I didn't really get into her until about 5 or 6 years ago. Obviously, I'd heard of her. You can't really not have heard of Joni Mitchell, and I hadn't heard much of her stuff. And I watched the programme on, I think, BBC4, and she was on it, and I thought, wow, what a voice. So I went and brought a greatest hits sort of thing of her, what I normally do, and I really like it. And when it came to going through classic albums, when I decided to do this show way back, I made a list of albums that I wouldn't mind, and I put this one down. I thought, oh, Joni Mitchell album, well, I'm sure it'll be good. So when I first listened to this album, For the Roses, that's what we're going to be looking at today, it totally blew me away, and I feel a bit guilty that why didn't I get into this album a long time ago. They are a bit of a confession, and I love this album now. So, born Roberta Joan Mitchell. Well, she was born Roberta Joan Anderson, and she was born in 1943. She's a Canadian-American singer, songwriter, painter. Her music sort of draws from folk, rock and pop, and classical and jazz. She's had such a great career, received many accolades, including 10 Grammy Awards and an induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997. The Rolling Stone have called her one of the greatest songwriters ever, and AllMusic stated, when the dust settles, Joni Mitchell may stand as the most important and influential female of a recording artist of the late 20th century. I quite agree, she has got a stunning voice. So, the album For the Roses was her 5th album, and it was released in November 1972 between her 2 biggest commercial successes, Blue and Court and Spark. In 2007, this is one of the 25 recordings chosen for the Library of Congress to be added to the National Recording Registry, which is pretty a nice accolade, really. So on this album we've got Joni Mitchell on vocals, guitar and piano, Tom Scott Winwood's reeds, Wilton Felder on bass, Russ Kunkel on drums, Bobby Hall percussion, Bobby Notkoff on strings. We've got special guests James Burton electric guitar on Cold Steel and Sweet Fire, Graham Nash is on harmonica on You Turn Me On and on a Radio, Stephen Stills, the rock and roll band, on Blonde in the Bleachers. First track on this album, it's a track that I've heard many years. It is on the very best of, and it's called Banquet. This is a real powerful song. Joni's piano is great. What a voice, she's got a set of lungs. I love this song. Then we get Cold Blue Steel and Sweet Fire. I like this song, one of my favourites on here. I'd never heard this until I put this album on, and it totally blew me away. The guitar work is good, and you've got James Burton playing on this. It's a really good track. Then we get Barangrill, a great track. The guitar work is just good, and this has got Joni's very sweet sounding voice on it. She creates such a atmosphere in her singing. It's a beautiful song and a good track on the album. Lesson in Survival. It's one of those tracks that we sit down at the piano and we just sing. There's nothing fancy about that. This is Joni and her piano. Lovely song. Then we get Let the Wind Carry Me. Solid track. Love all the woodwind on this from Tom Scott. Really adds to this. Then we get For the Roses. Again, another track that I have heard, and I think this is a brilliant track. Not many singers can sit down and play guitar and play a lovely and sing a lovely tune as well. It's very basic but so fabulous. See You Sometime. Some lovely piano playing here from Joni. Very talented musician as well as a singer. Super track. Electricity, another track that's just got some nice harmonies on this. I like that track a lot. Then we get my favourite song. Now, this has always been one of my favourite songs by Joni Mitchell, and it's You Turn Me On. You Turn Me On my radio. What I like about this, obviously you get Graham Nash on the harmonica, and there's just something about the percussion on this. Really is a nice gentle percussion. The acoustic guitar sounds terrific. I just love that track. Then we get Blonde in the Bleachers. Again, one of my favourite tracks. It's a bit of a boogie sort of track in places. And it just proves that she can not just do folk songs, she can do the more upbeat stuff. That's a really good track for the album. Then we get Woman of Heart and Mind. Nice little acoustic number again. Really fantastic lyrics. She writes some really good lyrics. I put the lyric thing on Spotify, and her words, she just knows how to put words into songs, and it just really flows. It's an absolute belter of a track. Then we get the last track on the album, Judgement of the Moon and Stars, in brackets, Ludwig's tune. This is my favourite piano track on here. It's just wonderful arrangement and an absolute belting vocal from Joni. Okay, I think this is a great album. Definitely. I'm not going to say too much if it's my favourite album, because we will be doing a full album ranking of this fantastic singer on a Ladies' Day in 2023. I am assure you she will get a full album ranking because she deserves it. Now I've started to listen to some of her albums, apart from the greatest hits. It is great. But the critical acclaim, the New York Times said, each of Mitchell's songs, For the Roses, is a gem, glistening in her elegant way with language. She pointed splashes of irony and the perfect shaping of images. Never does Mitchell's voice, though, feel commonly. She's a songwriter and a singer of genius. Rolling Stone said, applauded the singer's ability to explore a variety of emotional perspectives, sometimes course of one song. Her great charm and wit, her intense vocal acting, phrasing abilities, just the sheer power of that is a presence. The For Roses was named as the 7th best album of 1972 in Robert Christgall's End of Year for Newsday. As I said, in 2007 it was put in the Library of Congress. So the reviews on it, All Music gave it 4 and a bit stars. Christgall's Record Guide A. The Encyclopedia of Popular Music gave it 5 stars. The Great Rock and Roll Discography 7 out of 10. Music Story 5 stars. Music Howl 4 stars. Pitchfork 9.1 out of 10. The Rolling Stone Guide 4. Uncut 8. It didn't do very well over in the UK, but in Australia number 19, Canada number 5, and US number 11. Great album, as I said. Just captures that time as well, and I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 9.5. It's a terrific album. I wonder if it'll be my number one when we do the full ranking of the album. Who knows? Okay then, that's all for today, folks. I'm just going to give you a quick reminder about the live stream. I know it's only Monday, but don't forget we put our clocks back yesterday. So if you watch this outside the UK at the moment, because I don't know how your clocks work, so if you've been watching it at say 2 o'clock in the afternoon where you are, you'll need to listen to it at 1 o'clock until you sort your clocks out. I'm sure you know what the drill. I'll be back tomorrow, and I think we're up to part 5, 6, I don't know. Let's have a look. What part are we up to? Yeah, it's part 5 tomorrow of the Rick Wakeman story, and we've got right up to date. Really, we're going to look at the albums he released between 2010 up to 2020, and tomorrow's retro ranking is one of the great rock and roll guitar singers from Wales, Mr. Dave Edmunds. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Have a good day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.